everyone. I'm here today with Patty Davis, who is starting a new club here in the Villages called A Lifestyle of Optimism. And I just wanted to meet with her today, kind of get a rundown of what the club is going to be about and what people can expect and who's welcome to join and what kind of presence they're going to have here in the Villages. So let me just introduce you. This is Patty Davis.
Hi, I'm Patty Davis.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and where you're coming from.
Oh, okay. Well, I moved here 2 years ago now from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. So I traded pine trees for palm trees and snow for these amazing land of water that you have here. So, but my children, all grown on the East Coast here with 9 grandchildren, and my little sister has lived here. So it was time for me to make a big move, and I should have got here sooner. I'm having a blast.
And when did you move here?
2 years ago, December 17th. Yeah, came. It was my gift to me. A new lifestyle.
Awesome. So tell me what gave you the idea to start a club here in the Villages.
Oh, okay. Well, I've always been a motivational speaker and a life coach, and I'm an author, and I do choose the optimistic trail. And when I came here, something really surprising happened to me. I was retired, and I didn't know what that meant, even mentally. I was retired from the corporate world, the raising the children world, being there for the grandchildren in the town world, being there for my mother and father as they each went through their caregiving years. And now I'm here, retired and not competing, and I got quiet, and I had to start thinking about who Patty Davis was. And I realized in the quietness, some regrets popped up. I had some regrets of things I wished I had done better or done faster or didn't do it all. And so I had to wrestle with those things, but definitely came out on top very optimistically with gratitude. But I'm noticing there's a lot of ladies that feel just like I do. They're coming here, and for the first time, they're sitting still going, oh, who am I? I was his wife or their daughter or those children's mother and that boss's employee of the month, but who am I by myself in the kitchen or by the swimming pool? Do I like her? What is she about? So it's a good thing, but the optimism is something that everybody's needing to do. So we kind of gave birth to it. So the optimism is going to be a club for women. Sorry, gentlemen, but if you send your wife, I will send her home with a very optimistic spirit for you. So it does benefit your household. So it's a club for women who do have the tendency to take the most hopeful view of life's matters, because life happens to all of us, but again, it depends on the attitude that you have. And so we're just going to help exchange some vocabulary and some experiences. We're not going to fix anybody. It's not a support group. It's a lifestyle of optimism, and we're just going to enhance your wellness on how you feel about yourself. We're going to have monthly topics, and they're going to be cheerfulness. There's going to be a lot of laughter. There's going to be humor, and you're going to find confidence to face some of the gloom that might be hanging over your life.
I love that.
Do you love it?
I love that. I love it.
So no whiners. I'm sorry. You can bring your own wine, but I don't want you whining. And so we have an agenda that we're going to stick to, so you can count on what's going on. But we're going to always definitely open with the welcome, and then we're going to open with the letter of the month. There are 10 letters in the word optimism. Or optimistic, and so each month we're gonna have fun with one of those letters for a few minutes. So the first month we're going to talk about being observant. I think if you can become an observant individual, look past your nose. Mm-hmm. And sitting here at my lanai, I see the little lizards that make me laugh, and the hummingbirds, and I see the birds and the sunsets. And I think if you can take time to observe the things outside of you, mm-hmm. and bring them inside, and just sigh at the sunset or giggle at the funny birds that we have, I think it can really start to groom any anxiety that we have inside of us. So we'll talk to you about the letter of the month. So the first month that we're getting together, which is February the 5th, the first Tuesday of every month, we're going to do observant. So I'm going to give you some homework and challenge you to go out for the next month and be observant with the little things in life.
I love it. So where are your meetings going to be held?
They're going to be held at the Odell Rec Center, which is off of Morris Boulevard and Odell. We will meet the first Tuesday of every month. So just come to the rec center, and they'll direct you to the safari room. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name exactly, but it's a beautiful room. And we will meet from 7 to 8:50.
Okay.
And we want you to bring your friends, bring your girlfriends. Watch for the ones that are just moving into your neighborhood that might feel a little down, getting used to what's, I moved here after 60 years in Colorado, and I lost all that was familiar. So we
Right.
just want to make sure that as you're adjusting to this amazing new life that we have here, that you choose to be optimistic about it and not borrow any sadness over it.
Is there anything that people should bring with them? Do they need
I
to?
would encourage you, I'm going to bring pencils and pads, but I do want you to bring a notebook, bring a journal, because we're going to have thought-provoking things. I'm a bit of a comedian, and so we're going to have laugh out loud. I'm a photographer, and so I've taken my photographs and put a thought-provoking reflection to it. So we're going to have moments where we're going to have the PowerPoint, and you're going to look up at the screen, and my dad was a master mechanic, so I have gorgeous views of inside classic cars. And so we're just going to challenge you. Who's driving the wheel? Take back the wheel of your life. We have too many women that they've gotten in the back seat and all. Some of you are even in the trunk. You're supposed to be in the front seat and driving. And then for some of us, we've got people in the car that aren't being good company. So I'm going to encourage you to
backseat drivers.
Well, yeah, and then so you're going to pull off to the nearest rest stop mentally and just let them out. Let them enjoy their negative life, and you get back on the road and get going. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I love to do life coaching, so you'll have assignments. But I think once we can get past ourselves, there's a great world out there.
I love it.
Does that sound good?
It
and
sounds
there's no
great.
medication
I wish I was a
involved.
villager so I could go. It sounds fantastic. I'm
We'll have to
very
sneak you
excited about
in.
it. Yes.
Oh.
So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your book also, The
Yes,
Peace in the
ma'am.
Pressure Cooker. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's about and when you wrote it?
Okay, I released it 5 years ago. I really didn't have permission to write it until my parents had passed away, because they're part of the story, but not in a negative way,
Right.
but just in a real way. There needed to be healing, and there was healing. And so we were able to get rid of some of the things that needed to be healed. But I've been a speaker for 34 years. And so when I teach you, I don't want to just read you something from somebody else's book. I like to give you life application. So it's like I didn't just read this, I lived it. I know about childhood abuse. I know about marital abandonment. I know about homelessness. I know about stage 3 killer cancer. I know about a head injury from a auto accident. Just know about those things. But we live in a great country. And as a woman, oh my goodness, we have so many resources. So this is chronological, my life. Each chapter takes you down, but not to trigger anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch me come back up through help and optimism. And so that's one thing we're going to do too when we get together every month. We're going to have a moment, and we're going to call it the Great Exchange. And you women are going to be given 3x5 cards, and you're going to write the negative thing that's on your mind, what keeps being repeated, what negative word, what negative feeling. And then you're going to hand them to me. They'll be anonymous, and I'm very good with improv and counseling, and we'll look at this. Number one, not to highlight you, but to let others know in the room that they're not alone. And then we're going to exchange that negative for something positive.
I love
What do you
that.
think?
I love that.
Okay.
And I will tell you, my background, I worked for years in physical therapy, and I will tell you that I have seen over and over what a difference attitude makes in recovery of all things. How much the body and the mind are connected.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
And so I could see someone with the same type of injury, and one person had an attitude that was more negative, and they couldn't see themselves through the other side of it, and the other was optimistic, and the outcomes could be completely different.
Isn't
based
that amazing?
on that.
So it's very
So
real.
I think this is such a wonderful thing to have here in the Villages. I love that you've taken it on to do this. I know it's a lot of work to get things like this going and to organize it. But I'm really grateful that you are. I think
Thank
a lot
you.
of people are going to benefit from this for sure.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm just wondering if there's anything else I'm missing. Can you think of anything else?
No,
that
just
you
want
would
to
like
encourage
tell
you
people?
that I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to try to tell you. I'm not going to correct what you're
Right.
thinking. We're
Right.
not trying to say what you're feeling is right or wrong. We're going to acknowledge that it's real, but we're going to give you a choice.
Right.
So if you're having a negative thought, guess what? You get to have a new thought. And so we're going to give you the tools to have a new thought to get on top of it. And laughter is amazing. You know, I didn't get to choose my circumstances. They didn't wake me up that morning, 24 years ago and say, Patty, would you like cancer? Would you like a stage 3 cancer that, well, we can only get you 3 years out? No one asked me that. They told me that. And then I had to find within myself gratitude and things to hold on to and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do for you. We're going to coach you through it. Okay?
I'm very excited.
Thank
So
you.
if somebody has any questions, how can they contact you to find out more information?
Absolutely. You can email me at peace. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to back up. Okay. You can email me at pressurecooker@aol.com. All one word, pressurecooker@aol.com. And if you behave yourself and don't write my phone number on bathroom walls, you can have my phone number. And it is 719-659-3621.
Fantastic. So everybody, just try to remember it's going to be February
The
5th.
5th should be the first Tuesday of every month, the Odell Rec Center, 7 to 8:50. And bring
Fantastic.
pen and pencil and be ready to make an exchange. In fact, I might even have a trash can up there. And if you've got negative feelings, we're just going to throw them in the trash can. You're going to pick up good things, tuck it in your pocket, and then for the next 4 weeks, work on what you just exchanged.
I love it. I
Good,
love it.
good.
Thank you so much. So everybody, make sure that you tell your friends, tell everyone you know. I think this is going to be a really great club in the Villages, and it's just getting started, so you get to be there from the beginning.
Yes.
All right. Talk to you again soon.
Thank you.